everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Boma, and in today's video we will be talking about the cost of living in Canada, and I will be providing you a breakdown of how much I spend every month living here. So if you're curious about how much it costs to live in Canada, please stay tuned. The first thing you should know is that I live in British Columbia. British Columbia is one of the most expensive provinces, especially compared to neighboring provinces like Alberta, Saskatchewan, Ontario, and places like that. Keep in mind that these numbers are just from living in British Columbia, but I also live in Victoria. Victoria is a really popular tourist destination. We have a lot of retirees because we have wonderful weather, so the prices here also are quite expensive. The first expense you should be mindful of is rent. I live in a one-bedroom apartment. I've lived here for about 5 years, so my rent is way below market rate. I pay $930. Related to rent, I pay about $25 every month in tenancy insurance. The next expense is utilities. My two utilities would be my internet and my electricity. My apartment comes with free heat, so I don't have to pay for that. And typically for my electricity, which is my hydro bill, I pay around $20 per month or so. And for my internet, I pay about $50, including taxes, every month. Other than rent and utilities, the next expense you should be aware of is food. This could vary widely depending on where you shop, what you eat, and things like that. My monthly food expense is around $300 per month. I do tend to buy a lot of items in bulk when I can. My $300 budget, based on what I've heard from my friends, family, etc., is actually not that much. I do buy quite a bit of food in bulk, so I'm not, going to the grocery store buying things all the time. I do go to the grocery store on a weekly basis, but I'm not buying, the major staples. And for that, there's places like Walmart, Costco, Wholesale Club, and other places where you can buy your bulk items, so you're able to save more money down the line. And related to that is my budget for eating out. I have around $150 or so budgeted for eating out. Again, because I live in Victoria, eating out can be quite expensive, so you're probably going to spend at least $25 per meal, and that is really not that high by Victoria standards. Sometimes I go over that, so these are just numbers that I have budgeted if I'm doing a really good job. The next expense you're probably wondering about is things like cars, transportation, etc. In Victoria, the cost of a bus pass is around $85 per month. That price, will depend on your city, your town, but in Victoria it's $85 per month, and you have unlimited bus trips. I have a car, and my car is paid for, so I don't have a monthly car note. What I do pay for is things like gas and insurance. My gas costs around $50 per month. I have a pretty fuel efficient vehicle, so it doesn't cost me that much to fuel my car. Over the past few months, I've also been walking to the office because my office moved, and now I'm able to walk to work, so that's really awesome. So my gas kind of ranges between $30 to $50 per month. Even when I did commute to work, it was about a 10-minute commute, and so my gas would cost me around $60 or so. BC does have pretty expensive gas prices, but I also do not have a long commute to work every day. In terms of car insurance, again, that depends on things like where you live, how long you've been driving for, if you're a safe driver in terms of number of accidents you've had. My car insurance currently costs me around $90 per month. BC recently revamped our car insurance structures, so it's not as expensive to have car insurance anymore. So I pay around $90 per month, so keep that in mind. The next major expense is my cell phone. Compared to the United States, cell phone prices in Canada are actually quite expensive. My cell phone, I have a Samsung phone. I don't remember what the model is. My cell phone bill is about $60 per month. I have unlimited call, text, and I also have around 5 or 6 gigabytes of data. Keep in mind that I bought my cell phone outright, so I do not have a contract. I'm currently with Virgin Mobile, I don't have a contract, so my bill is not as high. In fact, I bought my phone off Amazon, so I don't have a contract. Again, keep in mind that BC does have expensive cell phone costs because we do not have all the providers that Ontario and other provinces have, but I'm quite happy with what I have. I've used TELUS, I've used Bell, and now I'm back to Virgin. I'm quite happy with what Virgin Mobile provides. I have lots of data and I have a limited call and text, so can't really go wrong with that. But I remember when I lived in the US, I was paying around $30 for unlimited everything. So I'm paying about double that and I don't have unlimited everything. So you can compare and contrast. The next bill you may be wondering about is things like memberships for gyms and things like that. I have used quite a few chain gyms, so things like Good Life, Steve Nash, and I currently go to the gym in a community center. I was tired of paying a lot of money for the gym and paying for monthly subscriptions, and maybe some months I travel and I'm not using my subscription and I'd have to cancel and restart again. So I currently go to the community center, and my community center charges around $37.50 for a 10 pass, and you can use the 10 pass anytime you want. If the 10 pass does not expire, that basically boils down to about $3.75 each time I go to the gym. Also, if you go to the gym on weekends after 5 p.m., you only pay $3, so you can actually stretch that 10 pass for quite a bit. So I would say roughly I'm paying about $37.50 for my gym membership. And of course, there's bills like clothing. I do not buy clothes on a monthly basis. I do tend to get clothes occasionally over the course of the year, so I do not include a monthly budget for that because I just don't buy clothes as often. But if that's something you're interested in, you can check on Amazon.ca to give you an idea of how much clothes cost. I also encourage you to buy gently used clothing at the thrift stores. Thrift stores have really amazing clothes. Some of them are not even used at all, and you can get really awesome designer clothes at thrift stores as well. So don't buy new clothes if you don't have to. Also, there's no breakdown of things like healthcare because healthcare in BC is free. We don't pay a premium or anything like that, so I do not have a monthly healthcare cost. If you're wondering how I have an exact breakdown of all the expenses I have in a month, I use a wonderful app called Mint. Mint can be linked to your bank account and your credit cards, and it will automatically track all your expenses, so you're able to keep an eye on your finances. My final tip will be to check out my playlist. I have a playlist called Life in Canada. Feel free to check that out to see what other videos I've made on the subject, and if you have any questions, feel free to comment below and I will get back to you. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you soon.